Hey guys, so the camera's in a bit of a weird angle, so you won't see the usual background, but I can move my head. That frame is different, and yes, there's a reason for it. So basically, a lot of you know it's been months since I made a Michael Jackson video, unless you count the ungrateful Michael Jackson fans rant. A lot of you know my reason, because I've gotten sick and tired of the Michael Jackson fanatics. You know, I've always said, well, in more recent years, that the number one reason to leave the Michael Jackson community is not the haters who hate him. It's the fanatics who overly love him and dedicate their lives to him. You know, watch my Michael Jackson fanatics rant, where I talk about how they have no lives. They can't broaden their horizons and listen to other music. Every video they watch is him. Their Facebook is plastered with pictures of him on their profile picture. The rest of their pictures and all their posts are videos of him or talking about what a god he is. Fans who can't admit that he was a human being who made mistakes, drank, smoked, dangled blanket over a balcony. The fans who immediately deny that he's a pedophile without even doing the research to find out if he is or not. People who think he's a god and he's incapable of doing anything wrong. These people are the number one reason to not be a Michael Jackson fan. A way bigger reason than dealing with a hater. You know, so many fans these days are really depressive and angry people. Now, whether if they're angry because they're sick and tired of dealing with Michael Jackson haters, or because they're not satisfied with their own lives, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of both. But look around you. Look at the Michael Jackson fans you know online and offline. How many of them are people who are depressed? How many? I'm willing to bet it's almost all of them. And not just depressed, but maybe they're also angry people. Maybe they're also aggressive people. How many of them are? Guaranteed to be over 90%. Now, whether if people become fans because they're depressed people and they want something positive and, you know, exciting to watch like Michael Jackson, or if they become depressed because they're fans. Either way, a huge portion of the fan community is depressive, aggressive, and angry. And both of them are true. You know, people who are happy and they come into the community and they become depressed because they throw their lives away for Michael. They spend all their time watching Michael Jackson, listening to Michael Jackson, posting pictures of Michael Jackson, going to Michael Jackson events. And all this is so superficial. None of these people work on themselves as human beings. They don't have their own hobbies. They don't have their own lives. They don't have a job, you know, or they're not working on their own happiness to find inner happiness. They look to Michael for it, or other MJ fans, and they just talk about MJ. Or perhaps maybe they became depressed because they're already fans. Someone like me, you know, who deals with the fan community a lot and got sick and tired of their constant fighting, their aggression, their fanaticism, their arguing with other MJ haters, and never really focusing on the positive. But either way, a huge part of the community is like this. And it's not good. You know, Michael Jackson is a man who has two sides. He has a massive positive side and a massive negative side. His positive side is, of course, the great person he was, the amazing talent, the amazing music, the dancing, the humanitarian efforts, being a very nice person. Influential songs like Keep the Faith, Man in the Mirror, Cry, Heal the World. But he also has a very negative side. Michael Jackson himself was a very depressed man. He was always sad, he was always depressed, he was always unsatisfied. Constantly getting into lawsuits, constantly being ridiculed, constantly being called names by both professional journalists, or Michael Jackson haters who just hate him for more or less no reason whatsoever. And this causes fans to debate with both them and even each other. In fact, more so each other. And unfortunately, despite the fact that Michael Jackson has both a positive and a negative side, fans seem to mostly focus on the negative side. I know I did. I mean, yes, I was very happy to dance and listen to his music and stuff like that. But how much time did I spend on YouTube the past 10 years arguing with haters like Mike Parr and various others? How many hater videos did I make? How much pedophile stuff did I research and focus on? And I'm not the only one. Even if you didn't research the pedophile stuff, you're still constantly looking at the hateful things. Fans are aggressive towards each other, and it's disgusting. This is not what MJ would have wanted, but unfortunately this is what most of his community is. At least these days it is. The fan community has changed, but this is how it is now. You know, I took my Michael Jackson frames down and about half my stuff. You can still see it as a toy right there. But I kept some up because I'm still a fan. And I kind of kept up the stuff that was most important to me, or the stuff that I liked, you know. I took down the pictures of him where he's all depressed and sad. And I also just took a lot down in general because there was too much up, you know. I, and everybody else, needs to learn to connect with and learn who they are. If you constantly focus on watching MJ videos and talking about MJ and keeping MJ around your house or your room or whatever, how can you ever improve who you are as a person? How? You're never focusing on yourself. You're just focusing on the happiness he gives you because you're unsatisfied with your own life. People who have such a narrow horizon that they only listen to his music. Let me show you my apartment now. There are 3 types of things I think you should keep on your walls. You can keep Michael Jackson up or whoever your favorite celebrity is, and that's perfectly fine. But you should also surround yourself with one of 3 or all 3 things. Number 1, things that you love. You know, whether if it's pictures from a favorite video game or a TV show or a movie. B, things you want to do. For example, if you want to travel to Italy, put up a picture of Italy on your wall. And number 3 is just generally positive pictures, you know, like, for example, what's something that's calming, relaxing, positive, happy? A sunset. Put up a picture of a sunset. Do one of those 3 things or all 3, and I did all 3. Over my desk now is a picture of Final Fantasy IX, one of my favorite games of all time. Over here we have my diplomas from college and my schooling stuff. Over here, there used to be MJ pictures in here, and there still is too. But the other 3 are pictures from my life. There's my dog at the bottom, a picture from when I went to England, and a picture of me and my friend Jeff. Most of you know who Jeff is. The thing that used to be a Michael Jackson shrine. There's still him, but then there's also a picture from when I played baseball. Just some things I find cool. Sonic, my favorite TV show, Woody Woodpecker, and things like that. Over here is a picture of a sunset that my girlfriend and I painted together. Here is a Michael Jackson calendar, and that's fine. You can have some stuff. And then in the bedroom we have stuff that is more towards things I want to do in my life. Like I enjoy doing yoga, and that's kind of like an inspiration, you know. And I love swimming. MJ's still over here, and that's fine as well. Over here is a nice picture of a sunset with a dolphin. I love sunsets, and I just like the dolphin. Here's a nice inspirational frame. You can read that if you like. And then over here, dancing. But these are not MJ moves. These are not MJ poses. These are just dance moves that are cool. Hip-hop, breakdancing, etc. When you free yourself from everything MJ, anything that consumes your life, it's not about MJ, anything that consumes your life, if it's the only thing you focus on, it will also consume you. You will never improve as a human being. This is not to bash Michael Jackson fans. And this is a way to help you to say, broaden your horizon, or you will never improve in your life. It's a difficult step if you're a big fan. But if you're one of those fans who has Michael Jackson covering your walls or covering your Facebook wall, you need to tone it down. And not because I say so, because you will start to really look into yourself, learn who you are, and learn to improve yourself. You'll also gain more hobbies, and put up pictures of things that inspire you. Like I put for yoga, swimming, dancing, the sunset that I painted, things like that, to work on who you are. But generally speaking, from a literal aspect, Michael Jackson had so much positivity, but also so much negativity. The pedophile stuff and all that. He had such a negative vibe. He had a positive one too, I won't deny that, but he had a very huge negative vibe. And that's the more spiritual approach. But then there's also the more literal one. Why I stopped being in the fan community. Because of constant aggression and fighting. This is not the way the MJ community should be. Not at all. It shouldn't have been like this before, but that's how it is now. Quite frankly, I'm really sick and tired of the way the fan community has become. So I ask you to ask yourself, are you sick and tired of it?